Hello, my beautiful and talented people. Thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, booking readings. It all matters. I'm really grateful. Today, we're going to ask, what should you do? Pile number 1 is the dragon. Pile number 2 is the phoenix. Pile number 3 is the clock. And pile number 4 is the Egyptian bracelet with gods, goddesses. So take a pick, figure out which one's right for you. And in the meantime, I just, as a way of saying thank you, I'm doing a giveaway as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So make sure that you're subscribed and you comment. You are in the running for that. So we're going to move on to our gorgeous pile number 1. So pile number 1, you have the dragon. Pile number 1 with the dragon, this beautiful little guy here. What should you do? What should you do, my wonderful dragons, you? 2 of Swords. You are in need of finding some clarity so you can make a choice. Page of Pentacles. King of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles. You need to figure out how to get out of mental conflict. And you are going to have to start moving towards clarity. You're going to have to start small, and you are going to have to be able to communicate what you want, and you're also going to have to take action towards it. And it's okay if you, it's actually a good idea if you do it methodically. King of Cups. I feel like part of the reason why you are in mental conflict is because you are supposed to be following your heart space. What you are supposed to be doing is following your heart space while taking practical action. So if you're unsure of whether to choose your heart or your mind, you are supposed to be following your heart. But you're not supposed to be being foolish about it. You are supposed to be making a way of figuring out how to make things practical. Just know that following your heart is going to lead to equal give and take. You are going to be, as much as you give is what you're going to receive. With the 3 of Swords, you already have some heartbreaks, but keep in mind, like the 2 of Swords, not making a decision, it's going to progress from not making a decision into heartbreak. The 2 is going to move into the 3. So just know that if you don't make a decision, you are making a decision. And the better decision is to move towards what is in your heart, so that you don't get heartbreak by default. Because I do feel like that's what it is. If you don't move forward, if you stay still, there is going to be heartbreak by default. Instead, you have the ability to manifest things into the physical. What you care about, what you love, you can make into physical. But no, like, these are the 2 tongues of this sword. You can follow your heart or not follow your heart. And I feel like if you don't follow your heart, you are going to receive heartbreak. And you do need to, once you follow your heart, you do need to figure out how to make it practical for yourself. but you are going to have the ability to do that. You can manifest it. You can make it a reality. It doesn't have to just stay in your heart. You can make it show up. So some of you are going, again, if you follow your heart is going to be fed. If you don't follow your heart is going to hurt. So just know with the Two of Cups, some of you, there is some kind of I feel like all of you, there's some kind of partnership. I feel like there are a lot of you where this is a romantic partnership, but not all of you. Some of you, you're going to have an opportunity to build something into a partnership with somebody. They are going to fulfill what you need while you fulfill what they need. You're going to have somebody who gives as well as receives. And obviously you do need to make sure that you choose the right person for that. But I'm getting what you have is an opportunity to have somebody who will give as much, will give and take in equal fashion, you know. So your heart is the way to follow, and making your heart's dream into reality with words, into reality with actions, is going to give you a stable, powerful new beginning. Like if this is a romantic relationship, you are going to be able to turn this into something that will truly last the test of time. Queen of Wands. I'm getting that. I know that it's hard for you to get out of this feeling of mental conflict, but know that, moving forward, taking agency, being the leader in your own life, that is what is going to get you all this abundance. That is when it's going to get you the relationships that treat you well and you treat well. And again, not all of them are romantic. Some of them are friends. Some of them are even business partners. Three of Cups. What I'm getting in this is like there is a need to follow your joy. You may have been told that, you shouldn't. You may think that it's not practical, but the problem is it's not that your joy is impractical. It's that you need to figure out how to make what you love practical. Because that is going to lead to lasting happiness and success for you. So whatever this is, inaction is going to lead to heartbreak. And action, choosing, moving towards what you love is going to give you a new emotional beginning, a new stable beginning, and it's going to lead to long-term happiness. So you are going to have to figure out how to not be a coward, because and how to make what you love practical. Be consistently authentic. What's going to make you joyful is something that is authentic to yourself. Be consistently authentic. Don't hide who you are. Figure out how to make who you are profitable. Let go. Yeah, I feel like there's an idea you need to let go of, because there's an idea that's literally blinding you, and it's keeping you from going towards what is actually going to be emotionally fulfilling, because what's actually going to emotionally be fulfilling is going to give you an emotional new beginning. You have the ability to make this practical. And not choosing is going to lead to heartbreak because you aren't going to be fulfilling what you're meant to do. What should you do? There is a core issue. And again, I feel like this core issue may be, you not being able to get clarity. Feel like once you understand this core issue, you're going to have clarity. But for some reason, you aren't being able to open your heart space. And your truth is in the heart. So until your heart space is open, you're not going to be going in the right direction. Just know that no matter what twists and turns have happened in your life, they have only made your heart more beautiful. That there is going to be an opportunity to have attachments that really create value for you. Again, those people that truly give and receive in equal fashion, that truly are going to give you love. But you definitely have to be in a place where you can let go of whatever idea this is. With the crown, I feel like you do need to definitely recognize your power. And I feel like some of you want your power to be, it's not that, the intellect is very important. It really is. But you're going to find truth through your heart. And we as a culture will definitely prioritize the head over the heart. But it shouldn't be head over heart. It should be heart, practicality. So there is a need for you to have confidence in yourself, because you are powerful enough to follow your creative, like, you're being given these ideas to follow them. What you're meant to do is authentic to you. I feel like whether it is romantic or not romantic, you definitely have a partnership. There is a partnership. This partnership, there's hope, there's healing. Your partner will offer, your partner will both be similar to you and will offer what you lack. They will have strengths that you don't have, and you will have strengths that they don't have. And together you will be bigger and stronger than the both of you. So if you are not sure whether you should open up to somebody, I feel like there is going to be a right person to open up to. I feel like most of you already know who this is, but as this person makes a very strong reaction in you, you may be afraid to be open to this person. But again, if there needs to be healing between the two of you, you should heal. You should heal it. This shouldn't be about being on the fence. Otherwise, make sure that you are taking care of your heart, specifically that you are taking care of your health. but you have a great opportunity for growth. And inaction is the reason why inaction is going to lead to heartbreak is because you may cause yourself to miss out on the opportunities that are meant for you, but you still need to take action on. So there's a need, again, water is emotion, so the boat is emotionally moving forward. You need to emotionally move forward and you need to work with your emotions. You need to be in the heart space and you need to make what you care about practical. With the kitten, I don't know, some of you may adopt a animal of some sort. I feel like that's definitely not for all of you. But it may be something that will help you deal in your heart space. For others of you, like the tender, soft, loving part, the inner child of you, it's all important. Like your success is going to be found through joy. Your success is going to be authentic to who you are, and this is going to give you clarity, but you need to let go maybe beliefs that aren't really authentic to you. We get a lot of ideas that get given by other people, and they may be something that works for other people, but they may not be something that is actually for you. You're given this inspiration, you are given this heart yearning for a reason, and you are definitely being told to whatever that mental construction is that you need to choose, and you need to choose wisely, and choosing wisely is actually going to be choosing your heart. So I hope that this helps you. Thank you so much to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, booking ratings. It all matters, and I'm really appreciative. Also, I'm doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers, so just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment. And we're going to move on to pile number 2. So pile number 2, what should you do? What should you do, pile number 2? Knight of Swords. There's probably a need to take action because Knight of Swords is the Knight of Swords and Ace of Wands. Yes, there is a need to take action. Ooh. And currently you have some kind of mental construction that is keeping you trapped, but it is a mental construction. It is something you can release. 333 is on the clock. So that number might be very significant to you. But yeah, there's a need for action, communication, moving towards what makes you excited, inspired, what you find passionate in you. But you feel trapped. And you should know that you are the king/queen of your mental space. You are in charge of your mental space, your mentality. You have the ability to logic through this problem. So you are actually going to have to logic through the ideas that you hold that are keeping you in place that aren't actually logical. It's funny. You are going to use your mind, and the first pile needed to use their heart. So, yes, Because as soon as you take that truth to something that you believe is the truth but isn't, you are going to free yourself and you are going to be able to move towards your desires, goals, dreams. You are represented by the phoenix. You are going to go from feeling very trapped to realizing how very free you are. I knew it. Truth is going to set you free. Truth, honesty, clarity, being in integrity, setting boundaries, those are the things that are going to set you free. So look for the truth, even if it's not comfortable, because it's going to take you away from pain and difficulty. And on the other side of that, you are going to find people, places, even situations that now work with you because you are so close to starting a new cycle. And the only thing that is keeping you from that new cycle is seeing and dealing with the truth. Because after the judgment is the world. The world, you need to take whatever karma is coming your way. You need to evaluate anything that you contributed to the situation, but it's such a valuable part because this keeps you from making the same mistakes. That's why this new beginning, I need you to know that if it's a truth, it's your best friend, and it doesn't matter if it's a harsh truth. Know that you are going to be able to follow all your creative passions. You are going to have victory. You are going to have, but truth sets you free. Truth is your friend. Boundaries, honesty, integrity. That is all what is going to bring you to your next level. So what you are meant to do, you are meant to find the truth. You are meant to look at the truth. You are meant to literally be reborn with the truth. So it is very exciting. You have everything you need. Like, I can't tell you how equipped you are to do this. But you're going to have to take that internal stroll to see what doesn't actually make sense. And it's going to be hard to see because it is going to be something that you have accepted, that it's going to be something that you have believed is truth. But there's a difference between what we've been told is truth and what is truth. There's a difference between our perception and reality. And the closer our perception is to reality, the more powerful that we are. And you are going to become very powerful because you are going to be able to see the truth much closer to what it is. The Hierophant. Hierophant can be religion, it can be commitment, it can be, okay, there is something about a societal expectation. Again, this is something that's naturalized. I feel like there is something, it could be something that they could have to do with religion. It could have to do with any ideology that you've espoused, and you may have to, there is going to be something that you look at and you find that there is something deeper, there is a truth. So no, you will have opportunity for new beginning and clarity. You have new beginning in abundance, new beginning in passion. So you are just on the edge of having so many things work out for you, moving away from painful things. And what's going to happen? But this reevaluation, this untruth that at some point you have accepted as truth, is going to need to be fully exposed so that you can have your brand new beginning. And the beginning that you are going to have is going to be amazing. It's hard. You don't get that many, you don't get that many aces. Aces are earned. Like your new beginning is earned, but there is that need. So there's going to be something that's involving a great deal of passion and action. This could also be a communication card. Like you may know you need to speak with somebody, or if nothing else, you're supposed to create action. This is action. This is action. Action. Like you're going to, once you get to this truth, you're going to be able to take action on it. And what you're going to, as soon as you figure out what it is, you're being asked to hit the ground running. You're being asked to take the opportunities while they're ripe. Kindness every day. So, what you're, I feel like this truth, even though we're working a lot in swords, this truth has to do with kindness. And it is still going to be important, even if you're in the swords energy, that you are acting in kindness every day. Integrity, with, of course, the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords. You're going to need to act in integrity, and you're going to have to reevaluate something that you have up until this point believed to be true. Now, this belief could be everything from not believing you're lovable, and that's some of you, to having an ideology that maybe isn't as consistent with kindness, and not realizing that that's the case. So you're being asked to act with integrity, to look at hard truths, and to act in kindness, and to know in response to that, you are going to get new beginnings, you are going to get truth, you are going to get clarity. And it's going to lead to healing and growth. Yeah. Acting in kindness is wisdom. But yeah, you're dealing with something that is below the surface, and that is one of the reasons why you're going to have to view it in an intellectual fashion so that you can perceive the disconnect. Because there is some kind of disconnect, but you're so close. So with the king, you need to take ownership and sovereignty of your life. I'm getting like, I feel like whatever's keeping you back is something that is an unexamined belief. And you are going to have to be somebody that examines those beliefs. But as long as you're acting with kindness and we're moving forward in integrity, you are on the right path. And this path is a path in which you take control and sovereignty of yourself, that you take true responsibility for who you are and what you do. I feel like it is something in which you will give nurturing, and you are going to find confidence within yourself. You are also going to draw other people who are healthy to you. Like your new level up, you're dropping the thing that keeps you hot is also going to bring more people like you to you. So you acting in kindness and integrity is going to bring more people who act in kindness and integrity towards you, which quite frankly are the people that you want to have. So I hope that this helps you. Thank you so much. And if you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. So just make sure that you're both subscribed and you comment. You're on the running for that. And just thanks for everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. It matters. So we're going to move on to our gorgeous pile number 3. And pile number 3 has the clock. What should you do? 2 of I got the 2 of Wands, and then I heard make a decision, because you need to make a decision to move forward, because the decision you make is going to have long-term consequences towards things paying off for you. But nothing's going to pay off for you until you make a decision so that something can pay off for you in the future. So you have to be brave. You have to be brave. You need to make a leap of faith. You need to take action. Page of Cups. And some of that action might be showing people that you care. So if you don't know whether you should let somebody know that you care, you should. What should you do, pile 3? There's a need to be powerful, strong, and content within yourself. With the Hierophant, I'm going to get some more clarity, but there is, I don't know, you may be, it's like you're being asked to pull the trigger on a commitment. And you should know that if you do, it's going to represent a lot of happiness for you. But for some reason, it is hard. I feel like you even know that it's a good opportunity, but you're lost in just general dissatisfaction when you should be finding joy and happiness where you are. Because if you don't choose, if you don't choose, you can lose. You don't take action towards what will benefit you in the long term, you may no longer have the opportunity to have that in the long term. You're not always going to have a gift from above. So if you know that you're getting, despite how you feel, despite that you may not be super happy right now, you're being offered love, and you need to give love. Or you may miss out. Like you may never get this opportunity again. So spend a lot more time working on being satisfied with you than concentrating on everything that you're dissatisfied with. And certainly don't decide you won't choose something that is literally being given as a gift to you, because you can't be happy about something else. Because this creates stagnation. You need to look at the gift that you are being given in a different light so that you actually take it. Because unfortunately, you may not always have this opportunity that is going to give you the win, that is going to give you this kind of unreserved joy. And I don't know why there's a part of you that doesn't want to choose joy. But you need to act and especially speak from your heart. Because I feel like this person that, if you don't take the offer from this person that has everything that you want, then unfortunately, it just causes chaos. What should you do? I do feel like there is somebody that you really, 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 only if you want to be happy, that you should really let them know you care. As I pulled Be Willing. The universe can give you opportunities, but ultimately you have to choose to take them. You have to be willing to make a decision so that things can work out for you. And occasionally that involves you taking a leap of faith. You have to be willing. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen without you. So, with you changing your mental space, you're going to create a transformation. So you pick what is actually going to give you success and happiness. And you should be scared because a part of you isn't willing to choose that. A part of you is truly fighting what will make you happy. And what will make you happy is going to involve love. It's going to involve innocent, joyful, kind love. And maybe you have been dissatisfied with that. But that's really not a good idea to then not choose. It's like you've been dissatisfied. Yeah, it's like you've been dissatisfied with offers that haven't been love. So even when you truly are going to get a love and get something that's going to fill all your needs, it's like you don't want to take it. It keeps you from acting, but unfortunately, it keeps you from happiness. So I feel like there is somebody that you truly need to give an olive branch to, that you need to tell that you care. Whether this is somebody that is in currently in your life or somebody that, you know, maybe isn't, because you need to do an olive branch towards them. But yeah, the wisdom is going to be following your heart. The wisdom is going to be investing in somebody that loves you. And it's very important that you don't panic. You don't just think back on what didn't work out, thereby not making a decision and causing chaos. But there's an investment that you need to make to work together in a connection that I feel like whether you're with this person or not, the connection's still there. And it's like you need to take a leap of faith and actually cooperate in the connection. Because following your passion is a good idea. I'm almost getting like this person, at least you believe them to be fashionable, like there's but this person also has a very good head on their shoulders. But yeah, you have to be willing to take the blessings that are offered to you, because there is only so much that you can get offered true value and happiness and choose to turn it down. And especially since there's a clock, and because I got the impression that there's a, you know, just because it's meant for you, you can still choose not to take it. It's just you're not going to have what you were meant to have. It's like there's a need for you to cooperate with a person, and there's a need for you to cooperate with the universe, and it does involve you being willing. So I hope that this helps you. If it and if you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. For some reason, I also, Your Lovable came out of the pile. So again, it may be something you guys need to hear, but I want to say thanks again. You're lovable. And if you do want a free reading, I'm giving away 2 as soon as I hit 5,000 subscribers. Just need to make sure that you're subscribed and you also comment, and you're in the running for that. I also want to say thank you to everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, and booking. And we're going to move on to pile number 4. Pile number 4. You have the Egyptian bracelet. What should you do? What should you do? Judgment. You're being asked to see things clearly. So You are being given the opportunity for rebirth and renewal. This rebirth and renewal involves clarity and judgment. And you are going to receive happiness. You are going to receive people and situations that give to you. Like if you give out love, you are going to get love in return. But there has been, some of you have had beliefs that have caused you to take foolish and harmful action. It's like you had a belief and it caused you to act in accordance with that belief, but unfortunately the belief wasn't true and the actions ended up being harmful. For some of you, I feel like you had a connection and you are going to get happiness. But you are having to acknowledge that whether you want to believe that the person that you care about intentionally meant some harm, they did. Now they may have meant some harm because of inaccurate belief systems on their part, but their lack of clarity caused them to take actions that were actively and purposely harmful, and you actually have to look at that. You don't have to like it, but you do need to accept it. If that's the case, you are going to be given an opportunity to have a rebirth or renewal. You are going to receive happiness, but happiness might involve letting go of another person. And if it has been you that have had some belief systems that you have found out are not true, that cause you to act in a way that wasn't right, you're being asked to own up. You're being asked to make amends. Because I assure you, you can make amends or you're going to receive karma in a different way. And for those of you that this has been somebody else, you are going to have to, while you're going through the judgment process, you're going to have to figure out what you learned from the situation so that you don't fall into this issue again. 8 of Wands. I feel like what you learn, you are going to be able to apply, and it's going to rapidly improve your life. Again, if you even if you were the one who was wrong, you could choose to make amends. It will rapidly, just know that the good you put out there is going to rapidly expand at this point. But there is a need to be calm. There's a need to, there's a need to not be, if you're the one who has not done right because you didn't see things right, there's a need for you to put yourself in balance again. And if you've been done wrong, it's also a need for you to put yourself in balance, because balance is going to represent healing for you. Either way. Um, and you should know that if you did do wrong, you caused real harm. Again, if you do feel like you're the one who's done wrong, it's a time to make things right. Um, for those of you that, you know, no matter what you said, what you did, somebody determinedly did the wrong thing towards you, that did hurt and affect you. Um, and while it was coming from a belief, yeah, you should know it's like either way, it was coming from a belief system that was highly flawed. That doesn't actually mean that you have to allow this person back in your life, but you need to make your own clarity, have your own clarity so you can discern what's right for you. Because you're at a point where if somebody has chosen to just do wrong by you, you have to have the clarity to make a new beginning so that you can actually find a situation that will do right by you. And you balancing yourself out is going to quickly bring that to you. I feel like the people that may not have done the right thing, you feel like you're stuck because of it. That is, again, that's a lie. It's a lie, but it's a lie that you believe. Just because like, you can have redemption, but doing wrong put you in a place of being stuck. So just, if you truly didn't do right by somebody and it really hurt them, you absolutely can choose to make a different decision. You don't have to live and die continuing to double down on a bad choice. You have the capacity to make a better choice. And it feels like you actually have a better, you still have the opportunity to better the life of the person that you may have harmed. Now, if this was you, accept that they did you wrong. They did. Accept that they did you wrong, but only you can keep yourself in the mental prison of it. Because I swear you have a get out of jail free card. The person who did you wrong can't keep you in that space. But unfortunately, you can keep yourself there. You can keep yourself in the space of having lack because of actions that somebody has taken towards you. But what you should know is that you can have innocent love and joy back. Like, you can have healing, and balance, you can have yourself back. The person who harmed you doesn't ever need to have that power over you. And they can only have that power over you if on some level you give it to them. Now, that doesn't mean that whatever person has done is right or fair. It's not. But you can decide on whether it defines you moving forward or whether you just get to be happier. So know that there is a chance for a return to innocence. And again, if you are on this part where you know you didn't do right by somebody, there is an ability to move from out into the cold to return to innocence. Like it is not too late to fix what you messed up. But it is too late to decide you can't do anything. What should you do? So if you've done wrong, make amends. And if you have been done wrong by, transform and find balance. Because yes, it may not be fair that somebody does us harm and we still have to be the person who heals. That person may not come forward and heal us. And that person may not come forward and heal us because on some level, their perception of reality is just enormously skewed. So they may be, somebody may have been racist or sexist or, they had a belief and it allowed them to act badly. It allowed them to not see the reality of what was in front of them. So if you have done wrong, that doesn't hold you there forever. It just means that you need to exert some self-control and exert some strength and actually choose to do the right thing. And if not, you're still, if you were done wrong by, you're still being asked to find the power in you to find the strength in you and to have the courage to move forward. But either way, there needs to be an end and there needs to be a transformation. So if you're allowing somebody who's harmed you to continue to have power over you, regardless of whether they're still in your life, you are going to have to get to the point where you have enough strength and power over you that you can look at the red flags, figure out what never to accept in your life again, take control of you, take control of your life, be in power, be in strength, be strong. And even if you've done wrong, you're still here to make amends, to come forward, to change what shouldn't have been there in the first place, but it was. And you can only move forward from this moment forward. However, what you can do is something about it. What you can do is bring, you can have redemption. You can reclaim your innocence. You can actually do right by people you may have done wrong by. the opportunity is still there. But there's a need to make a decision to do it, and there's a need to balance yourself. The holidays can be fun, amazing, crazy, and hard. Make sure you check in with you. It's possible that the holidays are a hard time for you, so it is maybe a need for you to check in. And in fact, some issues of these might have happened over the holidays for some of you. Make sure that you are actually paying attention to what you like, who you are, how you actually feel, and if you can actually do something. Because if you believe that you can't do something, you're wrong. But it won't change you still not acting. People get comfortable with who we always were. Luckily, it makes them feel better. Luckily, you're not. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to work on my cadence. People get comfortable with who we always were because it makes them feel better. Luckily, you are not living your life for someone else. So maybe somebody felt that on some level it was okay to do you wrong. Because maybe for them that had always been okay, especially if, say, you were like a black sheep in kind of a narcissistic scenario where then everybody piles on because somebody gets chosen. But know that, just because people had some really bad ideas and chose to do wrong by you doesn't mean that you need to take that on inside. That's about them. And, just because people see you away, like, it doesn't mean you can't change. And yes, it may be hard for people to see the change. But just because people are comfortable in who they feel like you were and maybe how you used to be doesn't mean that you have to stay that way. So if you have done wrong, you need to do right. And if you've been done wrong, you need to figure out how you are going to change too, so that your life, your experience is not the same. So that what is toxic, which is harmful, that can be ended and you can be transformed. Golden Crown. So either one of you, because of course I've been reading this two ways because I really needed to be, but you're being asked to work and act in compassion. Some of you, I feel like all of you on some level, it does need to be self-compassion. Even if you are the person who has done wrong. Because you need to give yourself enough space to do right again. But you're being asked to work and act and live and breathe compassion. That's what you're supposed to do. And that is for both of you. Just know that what happens to you is a chance to grow. What you do is a chance to grow. And what you're supposed to grow into is a manifestation of compassion. For those who've done wrong, well, then you know how it feels. So you can be compassionate for other people. So, but yes, this is about transition. You're supposed to transition, supposed to transform, and you're supposed to grow. And you are supposed to choose not the connections that are malformed, but the connections that are sturdy, stable, reliable, healthy. So there's a need to not panic because you're meant to be brave. So for those of you who are really going through this stage of looking at what was done to you, then you are going to be able to look behind the masks of people. You are going to be able to see a greater truth. And for those of you that have done wrong because you had bad ideas, then you are actually just going to have to be more authentic. You're going to have to be more authentic and more compassionate. You may have a real fear of being vulnerable. Yeah. But it's important that you don't then cause harm because of your fear of vulnerability. You should also know that no matter how this is being read, you are singular. You are special. You are somebody that can bring to the world things that nobody else can. So, again, if you're hiding that, you really shouldn't deny that. And if no matter what, there is real wonderful and good things to appreciate about you. But if you've done wrong, work on redemption. And if you have been wronged, don't let the person who's wronged you continue to have power over you. You are getting all sorts of images and signs and symbols and intuitive hits that is bringing you to the truth. And you need to act on the truth instead of being stuck. But you are experiencing judgment. You are experiencing this greater grasp of reality, and you should know that what you do is going to be seen. But some of you really have an outdated belief or coping mechanism. And that is something that you need to release. And then slow and steadily move towards the best version of yourself. So, you guys, whether no matter what, you are on a path to being the best version of yourself. And you should know that if you don't choose to be the best version of yourself, people will see it. It is not going, it may just know that if you don't act right, it is eventually going to be seen by people. It's not something that is going to continue to stay undercover. So I hope that this helps you, and I really appreciate you. If you do want a free reading, just make sure that you are subscribed and you comment and you're in the running for that. I'm going to give it away at 5,000 subscribers. And thank you for everybody who's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and booking readings. It all matters, and I'm really appreciative.